ShauntayeMayo out of Nashville, Tennessee. Did you make it to the line?
Yes, I made it to the line. You see, I'm smiling from ear to ear. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. I'm turning it over to you, Mr. Bradley.
ShauntayeMayo, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, Mr. Bradley. I'm so honored to be here right now.
How does it feel to be a director, Miss Mayo?
It feels amazing, like a long time coming. I think.
Said little chick, you come book with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is passports, international shoes. Hit the resorts, I can stay at both. I don't wanna choose, and I'm quick to switch my room up, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't gotta work, I make travel moves.
Hello to you, sir. Texas is in the house. Sherry Tudd out of Augusta, Georgia. Good evening, good evening. Shawnee's Gaze Moore, Crestville, Florida. We see you in the house. Oh, you with news out there that you can use. We provide announcements that are powerful and they're educational. Tonight you're going to hear from the founder of our company along with top leaders and rising stars out there. But before we begin, we want to
What's up, MBM Empire? It's your girl Shauntay, aka MomBossMayo, and today I am here with a different type of video for you guys. What I first want to say is I am about to interview with the multi-millionaire founder of one of my businesses, Planet Marketing for Hitting 1-Star Director, meaning that I have a team of over 100 people, not 100 people that I help myself, but 100 people that me and my team collectively have helped, and that in turn I leave a legacy for my children, which means if I was to die today, that will continue to get my weekly money, monthly money, bonus monies, and director money for the lifetime. And I'm just so thankful for this opportunity, and I would like to share it with you. So if you're interested, you can hit me up in the link below, and I would love to share information with you. So just listen to my interview, my story.
Planet UK leaders as they share the Planet business and experiences. It's at 8 p.m. BST, so you want to make sure that you don't miss out on that. Every Monday through Friday, we have our inspirational morning vitamin call. This is a dial-in call, and this call is designed to inspire you, to motivate you, and to educate you, both in your business as well as in your life. Your dial-in numbers are there on the screen, but they're also in your back office. You want to make sure that you're there every morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. So it does take patience, but it is worth the wait.
And a lot of belief in an individual. You had to have a lot of belief in this young lady. So you're the honest Miss Owen and introducing the new superstar.
Absolutely.
All right, babe, it's my turn.
I am doing.
Keep them quiet, okay?
Well, you got layers of leadership that's representing you, probably on almost every single Zoom.
Don't come in here. Yes, close the door.
You know what? You saying that makes me step back and evaluate that, because we're all running towards different goals. I am blessed, I am honored, and I want more. And I'm not afraid to say that.
Well, I tell you what, you know, your machine is moving, it's working. You know, it's real to be able to get that duplication going inside your organization. And it's powerful that you're right, you don't have to be on. You're being represented many times. You can see Miss McGowan, we have more
presentation. It just won't.
I click the link. You can click the link and listen in. Maybe he'll be quiet if he hear me.
So the fact that we're doing it all over again is a blessing, and I will be in.
Shut the door.
I will say that.
Ms. McGowan, we got a lot of new people on the Zoom, and I keep saying how busy you are. You're part-time in the business, but obviously getting full-time results through leverage and duplication. Just briefly, tell your mother, your wife, tell the audience just a little bit about, you know, why I say you're so busy.
Yes, busy. When I started, I was a contracting officer for the Department of Defense. Now I'm a branch chief, so my roles have changed. I'm a wife. I'm the cheerleading coach for Alabama A&M University. So throughout seasons, football season, basketball season, competition season, I'm extra busy. I now have a daughter who competes in cheer, so we go there with practice and games, but I mean, never too busy to earn an additional stream of income, and never too busy to make time to build that legacy that my sorors just spoke about. Never too busy to take 15-minute pockets to have conversations, to take away TV time, to attend meetings, pick up the phone and three-way some of the subject matter experts, my sponsor, Director Latoya Mayberry, her sponsor, Director Orlando Moore. So leverage is key. And this is what you do as a busy woman, wife, father, teacher. So there's no excuse when you're busy. If you're in the car, somebody can three-way. You know, if you have to book a trip, call the supplier. So everything this business is built upon allows me as a busy woman to get the business done. So I think we remove all excuses when we realize that.
McGowan, you're helping me with my commercials tonight. When I saw your face, I just thought about how busy you are. And, you know, the number one thing why people say they don't do the business because they're so busy, but you've managed to build a six-figure income in an amazing organization. And I just thought just now that we did a call on 5 checks, but you're probably going to get 8 checks in December, aren't you?
And I got 8 checks in August, too.
The 5 Fridays. And the residual, the director's pay, and the travel check. So anyway, that's my commercial. Ms. McGowan, thank you so much for helping me run that commercial. Now do the honors of introducing your new superstar.
Awesome. Well, this is another busy bee. It's funny, I met her at Alabama A&M University as well. I was a cheerleader and she was on the basketball dance team. But me being coachable, when my coach said, hey, create a Facebook page, do it. And when I finally did it, she was one of the individuals who reached out to me. And she said, what are you doing? How can I do that? And, you know, she's very, January 2000, outside of the box, and makes no excuses, has a testimony out of this world. She has been through life, but she has never stopped working this business with everything else she has going on. So SHAUNTAYEMAYO out of Nashville, Tennessee. Did you make it to the line?
Yes, I made it to the line. You see I'm smiling from ear to ear. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. I'm turning it over to you, Mr. Bradley.
SHAUNTAYEMAYO, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, Mr. Bradley. I'm so honored to be here right now.
How does it feel to be a director, Miss Mayo?
It feels amazing, like a long time coming. I think it's actually hitting me now that I'm on the line with you, that I actually, you know, hit it, but that's just the first stop. I'm headed to 2-star, and it just feels amazing. I'm thankful to get that legacy for when I first started 4 children, but now I have 6. So I'm just thankful for that.
How do you manage to help over 100 families taking care of your #1 corporation, which is your family, which is your children?
Leveraging my mentor, Miss Rashiba McGowan, Latoya, and Mr. Orlando Moore, just following their leadership and staying plugged in. Even if I couldn't be a part of it, I made sure that I had someone on the call, or had someone in the room, or, you know, use the 3-way, just anything. I just knew I could not make excuses. So if I'm in the car riding line, I'm doing a 3-way. If I'm at dance practice in the parking lot, I'm doing whatever I need to do to secure that legacy for my children. I was willing to do it, and I know it took 5 years, but it won't take me 5 years to hit the next star.
Miss May, I want you to talk about that, not making excuses. I've seen you everywhere. I mean, you've been at events everywhere, from Miami. I know I've seen you everywhere. You know, just you make it happen. You manage to make it happen, and you instead of making excuses, you make it happen. Talk to me about that.
Well, I'm thankful for my support team. My aunt, she's 67 years old, believe it or not, and she actually started the business with me the night I hit director at convention, you know, and I'm also thankful for, you know, my fiance for helping me, you know, keeping me, supporting me through, you know, the ups and the downs, the tears, the, you know, the fun times. You know, he just, you know, helping me not to, you know, give up, and to remember my why. And I remembered not to let my why be my why not. So I would never let my children be a reason that I couldn't make it to an event if I was qualified to be there. I would always find a way to be there. And I'm just thankful that for this opportunity allowed me to do that, because 3 years ago I was laid off from my nonprofit job. I used to write grants, and I didn't look back. I just knew I had to go full-fledged in my business, and I'm thankful that I did that, and I didn't go out and try to get another 9 to 5.
I hear your children, a major part of your life, your fiance, but talk specifically about your why. What's really driving you?
Just leaving a legacy for my kids. Like, no one, I was the first person in my family to go to a four-year college. I went on a full scholarship. You know, we were always taught to do that. Go to school, get those good grades so you can get that good job. But, you know, we never were taught about legacy and wealth and that residual income. And so when I learned that, I was like, I want my children's children to, you know, look up at a picture of me and say, that's my great-great-great-grandmama. And because of her, you know, we're able to have this and this. So that's what's pushing me, what's going to be when I'm no longer here.
Miss Mayo, I have 4 children, so I know the difficulty of, you know, managing, you know, life and balance and all those things. You know, having, you know, 6 children, and what does the Planet Pledge mean to you? Was that important?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud.
Okay. The Planet Pledge, when you introduced it, like, I started March of 2016, and so when you introduced the pledge, I think that was at convention in 2017 in Vegas. I was in tears, and I just was like, Shantae, if you don't do nothing else, you have to secure that pledge for your children. And I didn't know at the time I would have 2 more, but my youngest is 1, and I know that, you know, I won't be here when he's, you know, gets older and lives his best life, but I want to make sure that I'm a part of that.
Well, and I'm going to always reiterate the fact that you're going to receive a letter from my attorney, you know, making it real, making it official. It's serious, you know. It's because, you know, I have 4 children, and we know that one day we do have to leave this earth, and we want to make sure that we leave them, you know, a will and not a bill. What was the most difficult challenge, Miss Mayo, you had to overcome on your road to helping those 100 families?
Staying consistent, Mr. and a stopper. It's like I would be running, like I hit Gold Builder my first 3 months in, you know, I got the Iron Woman Award at, you know, convention, and, you know, things slowed down, but I never gave up. But, you know, things just, you know, life happens, and, you know, I didn't make excuses, but sometimes I just, you know, would fall back. And I realized that in order to hit that, get that directorship, Shantae, you can't keep doing that. You can't keep starting and stopping. You have to just keep pushing, push through it all. And believe it or not, at convention, Thursday night, I saw Mr. Orlando Moore at Sessions, and I was like, okay, Friday, I'm going to see you in the director's lounge. And sure enough, I was in there, and I just knew I had to just stay consistent. And I actually breastfeed my son. I went 36 hours without pumping, Mr. Bradley, because I told myself, Shantae, you're not going to pump until you hit directorship. So I hit it at 10 o'clock that night, and I went to Walmart that next morning before General Sessions, got me a breast pump, and the rest is history. And like I said, no excuses, no excuses. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
I'm documenting that, absolutely. You know, getting it done, you know, 6 children, taking care of your #1 corporation. And Shantae, you know, Miss Mayo, you know, the biggest reason why people say they can't succeed in this business is because they're busy. So you're right, you take those excuses out. But there's a lot of people that's on the Zoom tonight that desire to get on here one Sunday night, just like you, but maybe a little stuck right now. What advice would you give them, Miss Mayo?
I would just tell them just to keep pushing. Like, stay close to your coach. You know, your sponsor may not be your coach. You know, find you someone, you know, that can coach you, that you can, you know, that can hold you accountable. And just remember why you got started. And if that why isn't strong enough anymore, then make a new why. Your why needs to make you cry and make you fly, because I realized that I need to adjust my why. And once I adjusted my why, I was able to get that legacy for my children, and I'm going to keep adjusting so I can hit that 6 figures and beyond.
I love it, Ms. Mayo. Thank you so much. When I hear your story and many others, I'm reminded of the importance of that pledge, and it just, you know, just reminds me of the reason why we started some of the things that we did for people like yourself. And I know there's much more to your story. I can't wait to hear it on a big stage one day. Thank you so much for sharing tonight, and welcome to the Side of Leadership.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bradley, for having me. Good night.
Pleasure. Good night, ma'am. Man, you know, just listening to these stories, these babies, these kids.
It was amazing, y'all. I was in tears when I did it. I'm so glad, y'all. Here go Rashiva calling me.
Take it serious, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.